Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about this aircraft here, the Skunkworks SF-260 aerobatic aircraft, Italian made. This is the US livery. There's a couple different liveries that come with it, not too many. The price of this is about $27. I did buy it when it was on sale. And I'm pretty happy that I did. It's not too bad of an aircraft. Here's some of the liveries that come with it. And now we're going to take it for a little bit of a test flight, see how it handles, see how it flies. A lot of these used for aerobatic training, for military, and also people buy these planes now to do their own aerobatic stunts and stuff like that. So you got a couple cool liveries with it. As you can see here, there's about 7 different liveries. So it's relatively, you know, limited in liveries, right? So that's okay. I do like the gold, though, here. It's pretty cool. We're going to use this one for today's video. We'll jump inside. We're going to be on the ground here in the Bahamas, as per usual, right? So let's go ahead, put ourselves on the ground, and get started. The part here, right? If you guys are new to the channel, consider subscribing. We're an aviation enthusiast channel, and we would love to have you aboard. We do flight streaming pretty much every night, or at least 3 times a week. There's no set schedule yet. It's just usually around 7 at night. Hope you guys can join us for that. We do plane spotting as well on shorts, and of course regular videos of reviews like this one. So if you're interested in any of that, you know, feel free to become a part of us and join us. So far, we're going to take a look at this aircraft, do a couple different things here. We're going to go over visual for the first one. So we'll go ahead and step outside of this aircraft. Now, the texturing is not the best. This is frame rate pretty good on frame rates. It's not going to kill you as far as glitching or anything like that, but it is very nicely modeled. I mean, it's not the top quality model, but it is fairly nice. You know, I wouldn't say it's like the best of the best, but it is relatively decent for what it is. Now, I think it has more systems in depth than it does have detailing, okay? So you got to keep that in mind overall, right? So far visually, you know, it's pretty good, even if you get up close here. I mean, as you can see, like, you're not going to see screw heads or anything too fancy or exhaust. Oh my gosh, excuse me, that was gross. But you will see little details like this, the brake line. Yeah, a little bit of glitch right there. I don't know what that was. Okay, you know, here's the gear. You know, as you can see, it's not the best texturing on the exterior. You know, there's a little bit of glitching with the lights. You see that? I'm not sure what that's about. But overall, relatively decent looking inside and out as far as this aircraft goes, I would say. So let's jump inside and take it for a flight. I bought this a couple of months ago. I haven't really flew it. I flew it, I think, once just to check it out. Bought it for the sake of this video. However, I never made the video, so here we are today doing that. Let's turn on the battery and not the alternator yet, right? So master avionics can stay off. Battery, we turn both of those on, and obviously clear prop. Now this is a cool thing. You hear there's no wind right now. When you start the prop, you're going to hear wind noise. That's a little thing that they put in with this aircraft, so that's a pretty cool feature. Let's put the mixture up, prop all the way up, crack the throttle, make sure our fuel is selected open here. We got our airflow on and checked, and let's go ahead and start her up. Not bad. You hear the wind? Pretty loud. So this plane is very loud indeed, getting it started here. just for the noise reduction, we'll go ahead and put headphones on so we can talk throughout this video without screaming. You go to options, and then we'll go to general, and then we'll just put sound, put on the headphones, save. Oh, actually, you know what? We might have to yell a little just to hear the sound of the aircraft, right? Taking off and everything. So, alright, avionics are coming on. Master avionics, that's your alternator. Turn that on. And, there. That's your inverter. 1 is on. So, pretty loud. We do have it sealed up here. Let's do a... It's weird that it's louder on the inside than the outside, right? So, let's cycle the flaps here. Flap animation is not bad. One thing I did notice about this aircraft is that when you're sitting inside, it doesn't really have a very good view. We're sitting on the right side of the aircraft because I guess this is something to do with Italy. You fly this from the right, which is unusual. Usually the co-pilot's on the right. Let's check the back. We got some nice batteries back here. Pretty cool. It's got great view with the canopy, right? And you can make the pilot disappear on the one side, or you can add them. It's up to you if you want to have somebody fly with you today. Let's turn that on. Avionics, we just have our basic stack here. Nothing too fancy. Alright, let's go ahead and get the brake off here and take this thing for a little bit of a ride. We're gonna look what it looks like at night too, right? So if you want to see panel lighting at night, let's go to nighttime. Let's put on the landing. We should already had those lights on, but so that's your strobe light, your landing light. We don't have a taxi light, just your landing, and that's going to be your landing and your taxi. Let's see, does it have beacon? Beacon, no beacon, so you got your strobe. No landing light. So you have taxi, nav, and strobe on this. So not bad inside lighting too, right? Let's go ahead and put it, let me put this on just for the sake of the video so I don't have to scream like I said. And once we go to take off, we'll put that back on so you guys can have a listen. Alright, let's get started here. We'll go ahead and take the brake off, if I can find it. Let's see. Alright. It's weird sitting in this seat, even with the headphones on, you can hear it's still pretty loud aircraft, right? That's another thing that I guess you got to get used to. Ground handling doesn't seem too bad. Visually, I'm going to have to give it like 3.8, you know, not the best, not the worst. System's a little bit higher. I mean, supposedly it works relatively well in systems, right? But I have seen better systems before. So systems, I would say maybe a 3.82, right? Sounds are very good, except for a little bit overpowering. So it would have got a 4, but I'll bring it back down a little bit for that, maybe a 3.9. Handling so far, it's okay on the ground. It's even at higher speeds, it's pretty decent handling. Relatively easy on the rudders here on my feet pedals. Pricing, it's a little bit overpriced, I would imagine. I feel like this aircraft should be relatively cheaper, you know, $10 in that range. I think that's what I bought it for, so I can't complain for pricing. It was good for me when it was on sale. I bought it when they had the Christmas sale, so definitely not bad in pricing for me. But when it first came out, I believe it was $27. I personally wouldn't buy it for $27 unless I was specifically interested in this aircraft. Now, if you are interested in the aircraft, then I would say go for it. We do have landing lights down here, actually, but they're not working for some reason. It doesn't show up, so I'm not sure what that's about. It does have a switch, and it does work, but there's no animation of lighting, which I still find it so weird that this plane is so loud on the inside and so quiet on the outside. I wonder if there's something that I missed. Really strange that it's so loud. Alright, we're going to take off here, and I put 1 notch of flaps in for takeoff. So... Oh, so we only have a landing light and no taxi light. That's what it is. Okay. So there's no taxi and no beacon, but we have a landing light, nav light, and a strobe light. So strobe lights are on, landing lights are on, and navigational lights are on. It's kind of strange how they had to make this curve right here. It's not bad though. All right, let's go ahead and power up here. It's a little bit squirrely right there. I'm putting right rudder in right now to keep it center line. And whoa, we're already up here. It's giving me a wind. I'm blowing off the runway here. Let me put a little bit of rudder in there. So there's a slight delay in the animation of the gear when you put the gear up. It takes a couple seconds there, and then it goes up. It goes immediately down, and then gear up right there. So a slight delay in gear up, but immediately gear down, no issues. That's kind of interesting. I'm not sure what that's about. All right, let's see. I'm gonna pull a little bit to 25% on the prop. So it's not bad. I mean, like, you pull back the prop, it's definitely changing the sound as you hear it there. Relatively nice aircraft. All right, flaps going up. Let's see if we can trim it out. I never took this thing for a ride on the stream yet. It's actually fairly decent to fly, man. It's really nice. It's not bad at all. It's a little bit more challenging than most single engines, especially with being in the right seat, and also it's light. I noticed that flying this, once you get lifted up, you really got to kind of, it feels more along the lines of if you ever flew a tail dragger, you really got to kind of fight it up in the air and make sure you're not going one way or another. Now, I do have real-world turbulence, like the pack on, so it gives us a little bit of a harder thing, but it's kind of fun. So far, we're doing almost 140 knots with this, so relatively quick. Let's see if I can put full power in here. It's kind of slow for an aerobatic plane. I thought it would be a lot faster, right? I don't know if I'm missing something. Let's try a little aerobatics out, right? So, let's go ahead and do a flip or something, right? So this is your default setting, right? If you're flying, that's a couple of different ones that they give you. Not too great with the views, and if you look left or right, it just looks up or back, which is kind of strange. So the views, not the best. Let's try some aerobatics, right? I guess this is used for training, right? Alright, that's kind of cool. That's kind of fun. It's not bad. Let's go ahead and go up. Let's see if we can do a loop or something. So we can do a loop in it, which is kind of fun. Alright, let's try to stall test it. Let's do power off stall test. And it dropped the nose. Whoa, okay. Let's put the power back in there. I like it. I like the sounds of the stall too. The stall definitely sounds really cool. I kind of like the stall sound. Now you can set your own views too as well, so keep that in mind. None of these are modeled for as far as the fuse panel. So systems are okay. I gotta say it's not bad. It's not a bad aircraft. It flies and handles good. Very responsive. Really adjustable with the power setting here. This is the prop. You see the 20 and then 25. Really responsive. That's your power. Manifold pressure right next to it on the right there. So you got your RPMs, your manifold pressure, your airspeed, and your altitude on this side. And this is your up and down. So you can definitely trim this out and fly it. I don't think there's any autopilot. Oh, there is an autopilot on here. That is strange. I didn't know that. So it does have a, I guess, a basic autopilot. Let's see. I don't know. I didn't know that. It shows that it does have an autopilot, but I don't see any settings for that. Navigational light. What is this? Dim and bright. So you can make them dimmer and brighter. Okay. That's interesting. All right, let's head back to the airport and do a landing and see how that goes. Hopefully I don't screw it up too bad. I'm gonna take out some of this power here. Put the prop back up. Make sure fully forward. I like it though. It handles very good. One more roll. I like it. Pretty good. Let's trim it back down here. We got a little bit of crosswind or something going on here. Yeah, we got some turbulence. Get the nose down. So you can trim it pretty easily, right? It's not bad. It's relatively nice to trim. We're going to go ahead and land over here. Let's see how we can land. It's pretty much trimmed out at this point. Alright, we're gonna jump inside here. Get the animation of the gear. Gotta put a little bit more extra power in or it will have that stall warning. So it looks like it's pretty decent, but it's weird flying on the right seat, right? It probably takes a little bit of getting used to. We got a pretty strong crosswind here that we're grabbing into. So it's a challenging aircraft, which is nice. So we're crabbing and we're in this side of the aircraft, which is not a usual one to do, right? We got this guy coming out here on us. So we should do a go around, but we're not. We're gonna commit. Alright. I'm gonna kick the rudder in a second over here. Oh, wrong way. Whoop. Oy, that was a rough one. Alright, maybe we should do a go around, right? Well, we're on the ground already, I guess. So I would suggest definitely don't put full flaps in a situation like that, right? Let's depart on the right of the runway. Don't land like I do. It takes a little bit of getting used to with this type of aircraft. Definitely, as you can see, interesting plane. Wow, we just missed that guy, huh? All right. I think that's a Southwest flight. So sounds are not bad, right? It's just a really loud aircraft, which is pretty interesting. Let's cut the mixture. Turn it off here so we can talk. Animation of the prop stopping is not bad either. Alright, let's set that brake over here. There we go. Turn off the lights. Not bad, not bad at all. I like it. I gotta say, overall, I would give it a 3.7. Pricing was steep, but it's not bad for what it is. Definitely a challenging aircraft, a lot different than I'm used to flying, especially being a right seat. Pretty nice. It's I would say it's maybe like a lower range aircraft. Not the best systems depth. It's not a Coronado, but it's not bad either, you know. It's probably closer to a Coronado than anything. The ground handling is a little bit better and the sound quality is a little bit better. But overall, it's okay. Not a bad aircraft. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Is it good? I think it's something that I can definitely get used to. You know, definitely a challenging plane to land for sure, right? For a single engine, usually they're pretty easier on you and easier on landing. But this one seemed to be a little bit more challenging. So let me know if you guys ever flew this thing, what you think. Is it good, bad? I mean, it's not the worst, right? But I feel like the texturing could use a little bit of work too. Oh, there it is, guys. Not too bad. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, consider subscribing to the channel. Smash the thumbs up. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.